Hey everybody, welcome back. We are on Fike Isle in a tower here. There were a couple of strange events that took place. We ran into Annabelle, who told us that she ran into an interesting little situation in the tower. And actually, you know what? I think we have entries for her. And this might tell the story better than I could. Geralt encountered this young woman's ghost in the uppermost room of the haunted tower on Fike Isle. She told him that in life she had been the local lord's daughter. When enraged peasants stormed the tower, she feared they would ravage her honor if they found her alive, and so took a magic potion that put her in a corpse-like state of paralysis. When she awoke, she found herself lying amidst the bodies of her family and servants, unable to move. She watched in helpless horror as rats feasted on the pile of corpses and began to nibble on her as well. Literally got eaten alive. This grisly death must have somehow put a curse on her in the tower, for her ghost had wandered it in restless torment ever since. Geralt engaged his vast experience with such curses to search for a possible solution. Having learned that Annabelle had loved a simple fisherman named Graham, Geralt decided this man and the bond of true love the two youths shared could be their salvation. Now, we are going to go look for Graham, and before we do that, we have a little bit to know about him. He was a simple fisherman from an even simpler village, Orton, yet the role he played in local events was anything but. Fike Isle, the tower, the curse. He had been a key part of all of it. Geralt had learned from Annabelle about the deep feelings the two had shared, but the rest of their tragic story only emerged later. Exactly how the young man had participated in the incident in the tower remained rather unclear. What was certain was that he tried to defend his beloved and fled Fike Isle right after what he thought was her death. Now, last but not least, we have Vesserad, who I'm not going to say it's his fault, but let's just see here. News of the Nilfgaardian army's approach led nobles of all ranks and orders to pack up their silver and flee post-haste to safer harbors, abandoning all thoughts of defending their patrimony and leaving their lands at the invaders' mercy. Lord Vesserad was no exception to this rule. The Magnate had ruled much of Velen from his base at Crow's Perch before fleeing with his family to take shelter in the tower on Fike Isle. The safety he sought there was not, however, to be found, and the massacre in which he was slaughtered became the source of a great many ghastly rumors and legends. According to one of them, Vesserad, unmoved by human suffering, had his mage poison starving peasants who had come to him to beg for food. A hideous tale, yet one that sadly seemed plausible given the desperate conditions of the land. Very crazy. The last thing we're going to do before I jump out to go and find Graham is just organize this so we get the bonus vitality from the green mutagen, and yeah, we are ready to go. So, where is Graham exactly? He's close by, it looks like. Let's just get some sense here. He's definitely off the island, so we can grab a boat, thankfully, and we'll see what he has to say about this. If in fact he is even still alive or willing to talk to us. I don't know. Okay, that was a bit risky. Could have landed on the spikes. Alright, let's cruise out here. So I'm rather intrigued, and yes, I feel bad for Annabelle, having gone through what she did, where she got eaten alive by rats and all this. I do really feel bad about it. However, there's something about her that I don't quite trust, and there was a little bit of a kind of inconsistency in her story, where she was saying that she never left the island, but then she made reference to being off the island. And I'm just a bit confused as to why there would be that discrepancy. Maybe I'm looking way more into it than I need to, but here's the small town. This guy's trying to talk to Graham, so that's a good sign.
And this be the witchman, freak of nature.
Come on.
More interesting things from my knowledge.
I wonder if I should talk to this guy.
Why
oh, yeah.
You've been following me.
What did you want from Graham exactly?
Just wondering what you want from him. From Graham.
Me? Didn't want nothing. It's his mother be worried about him. Been locked in his hut since he came back from the Isle. Talks to no soul. Love's misery curdled his brains, I reckon.
Okay.
It won't be as cocky once the Baron's men whip your arse.
So his mother was looking for him. I doubt he's gonna open it for us if he didn't open it for somebody he presumably knows.
I want to talk.
You're deaf, damn it! I told you. Who are you?
If we tell him, I'm just gonna tell him we're a witcher.
I'm a witcher.
Open
What
up.
of it? Why should I care?
I've been to the island.
No.
I know what happened there.
What do you want of me?
Let me hear about Annabelle.
Want to talk to you about Annabelle.
I understand you guys are pretty
Annabelle.
close.
What can you know about her?
I met her. Talked to her.
Annabelle's dead. Drank poison. And I couldn't save her.
So, did you love her? This
Did
is a
you love her?
Very specific
Oi.
question. Okay.
Something mad. Loved her so deep I believed we'd come through, believed we'd be together. Of course, it was not to her father's liking. His daughter and a plain lout.
Yeah, we've heard that similar story before. So what happened?
What happened on Fike Isle? You gotta tell me.
'Twere Millie, Finch and Faulkner. They rallied the men, all roughs, to go to the Isle, take back what was ours from the noble. They knew I was known at the tower, that the Lord's servants would open the gate for me, seeing as I sold them fish.
They forced you to go with them?
No, I saw my chance in it, for Annabelle and me to flee. But it all spun in a chaos. Our boys from the village, they started killing everyone. Annabelle, they wanted to rape. 'Twas then she drank the poison. Mage must have gave it her. I ran out the tower hollering that I wanted to die, cursing them all to hell. Don't force me to speak of it. No more, please.
Okay, what exactly did you say?
Said you were hollering as you fled the tower, the island. What exactly did you say?
I don't remember. I wanted them to pay for what they'd done to her.
Might have cursed them. There's a powerful magic aura on Fike Isle. Passions, evil intent, strong emotions of any kind can activate it. Your words could be the curse's source.
She took the poison because of them.
Well, it wasn't exactly a poison.
It wasn't poison. Annabelle drank a strong sleeping potion. Mage wanted to protect her, make it look like she was dead. Convinced everyone.
That means... is she... You said you spoke to her?
Spoke to her ghost. By the time she awoke, tower was full of cold corpses. And rats. She was warm meat. Rats ate her alive.
You mean... she was alive the whole time? But... can't be. She was cold all through like a corpse. I shook her, begged her, open your eyes. I never thought...
It's not your fault. Like, anyone would have done the same.
It's not your fault. No guilt in not knowing, and you couldn't know it wasn't poison she drank.
Gods, what have I done? If I had stayed behind to bury her, I didn't notice she was alive. It might have ended different, ended well.
If you'd stayed on the island, I doubt you'd have survived.
I'd take death over leaving her to the rats like that.
Well, maybe we can lift the curse.
There's naught I can do about it now.
Wrong on that count. Annabelle needs you. Her soul will only find peace if you help her.
But what can I do? It's too late.
Bury her bones. Annabelle should be laid to rest by one who loved her. It's the only way to lift the curse that holds Fike Isle.
Those are her bones.
Yes.
Give them here. And leave me be.
Tell Keira you've lifted the curse. Uh-huh, but have we?
A girl and plated flowers. Looks like a small shrine.
It is, but is this like a memorial type shrine, or does he, maybe he's got something more going on?
Ugh.
Well, now this is quite interesting. So now we're supposed to go talk to Keira. I have a mind to go back to the island and see, but I mean, true enough, he's gonna have to bury those things. He didn't even leave to do it, so I am gonna, in fact, go back to her. This reminds me, actually, I hope you guys don't mind, but I'm actually going to change one thing here. I'm going to get rid of... I think control hints. There we go. Just cleans it up a little bit. I could probably get... Oh, shit. Whoa, whoa, whoa.
Looks like rain. Dead.
Holy hell!
By a ghost. She's a pesta. And now she's free.
Haha. Shit. I don't know what a pesta is. Oh my god. Okay, it updated her entry, which means... Okay, that grisly death must have somehow put a curse on her in the tower, for her ghost had wandered in restless torment ever since. Geralt engaged the vast experience. Having learned that Annabelle had loved a simple fisherman, Graham decided this man could be their salvation. Geralt agreed to take the young woman's remains to her love to have him give her a proper burial. Geralt hoped this would lift the evil spell on the cursed isle and bring Annabelle peace at long last. Sadly, what Geralt took to the ghost of an innocent woman was in fact death and disease in spirit form, a being known as a pesta or a plague maiden. Having lured Geralt into the open, it killed the unfortunate Graham and then escaped to spread the pox and feed on human suffering. It is possible this incident caused the local outbreak of Catriona that devastated the kingdom of Carrick and sowed the seeds of the coastal city's ultimate downfall? What? Okay. What have we done? So I wonder, had we have kind of... I don't know if we would have full-on confronted her, or if we would have just told her, look, I'm not exactly sure that we could trust you. Let's just stop on the way here.
We're doomed! You's the one brought soured wine. Curse is your fault as much as mine.
Oh, have we done this?
What are you doing here?
What? The sun flying from the moon? We're making offerings to the All-God, clearly.
You too can seek his aid. That's if you got fitting offerings. We scorned ours, then cursed the old village.
You're okay, this all-god, what?
The All-God, you call him. First I've heard. Is some new deity?
Nay, 'tis ancient, revered by our forefathers. They say it were like this. Roslav of Oriton came here to gather brushwood. Suddenly, for no reason, a bush burst into flame. Then, Roslav heard a voice from the ground, demanding offerings and obedience.
We've been coming here since then, bearing gifts, in exchange for which the All-God watches over us, keeps us from evil.
Mm-hmm. Plain to see that.
And what's wrong with your offerings?
So, what's wrong with your offerings?
You needn't mock us. You can see right well we brought scraps. Before the war, I wouldn't give this such to me hounds. But what can we do? Such are the times.
So they're not substantial or high quality enough?
All God said if he don't get a rafter of bacon and a barrel of beer at least, the rivers will fill up with frogs and locusts or some such will devour the
Wait,
harvest.
he asked for that? Let me talk to this all god who wants bacon and beer.
I could intercede on your behalf with this all-god of yours. Got a feeling we'd come to an understanding.
Well, I suppose it can't hurt to try. To speak with him, you have to stand before the altar and cry out, "All God, help a poor wretch in need." Who knows, he might just listen to a foreigner.
Okay. He's right here. This could all be a trap, too. Wouldn't even surprise me.
Oh, all God, help a poor wretch in need. Pretty please.
How dare you disturb my divine rest, mortal?
I dare disturb it because I want your divine self to lift the, curse you cast. Those peasants really don't have.
They must bring worthy offerings or they shall face drought. Driving
He's probably got like a tube going
earthquakes,
underground or something.
Avalanches. I have spoken.
Avalanches? Here? Huh. How would that work? No answer from the All-God. Fine. We can finish our conversation when I find him.
Yeah, exactly.
Voice came from underground.
Exactly. There's definitely gotta be some way. Because you can even see it's got... Oh, I thought... Okay, it doesn't have the back. I thought that that part would have like an opening going down. But it doesn't, so I just... That was a good guess, I guess.
Wine. More like vinegar. Someone drank it anyway. Could follow the scent. Something here.
Yeah,
Where's that
we've got an
artifact
illusion.
Keira gave me?
Look how handy this thing is becoming. Guys, I'm gonna go talk to your all-god here. What is this?
What? Who dares disturb my divine being?
Geralt of Rivia. Pleasure.
Well, he is something.
Expected the All-God to be corporeal in form, but never thought he'd be corpulent. Fattened up nicely at those peasants' expense.
Expense? Expense? Not a word about the help I give in return. Blessings, absolutions, enlightened advice. Believe me, these folks need all of it. I'd watch over them still if they fulfilled their end. But lately they offer these pathetic scraps.
That they steal from the mouths of their children, and to make matters worse, you cast a curse on them.
And I'll not lift it till they bring me worthy offerings. I'm to settle for curds and whey? Not a chance. And you can tell them that.
Okay, hold on a second.
Been in this hole long?
For a century or so. One winter I found shelter here. Built a fire so large the flames leapt through the crack, lit the bushes above. I coughed from the smoke, and suddenly heard a peasant. A voice out of nowhere, he called. A miracle. Thus, I became a god.
Parasite, more like.
Maybe so. But what of Freya and Melitele then, Demanding prayers and offerings, given naught in return? I talk at least.
Okay, so I could go and tell them. Settle for humble offerings or die, kind of threaten him. Just kill him straight up. Which, I don't know if that's the greatest plan either. Why don't you just take what you can get? Do we want to kill him?
Listen here, lard ass. You're gonna be satisfied with what you get, or I'll feed you to the ravens.
Plowing reformers. No, fine, fine. I'll sup more modestly. But just till the end of the war, not one day longer.
Okay, so... Oh, man, I feel bad for these guys. Like, they're still gonna be giving him scraps. We may have wanted to just kill him, but I mean, at the same time, this is not my quarrel, as it is. The hard slog to greatness, Radovid the 5th, the stern.
Maybe you'd care to go up top, see if you're still there.
Anything new?
Well, we talked to this all-god.
Talk to your old god, face to face.
And will he show us mercy?
He will. Promise to be pleased with whatever you bring.
I told you. I told you the All-God's merciful, understanding. Thanks, Witcher.
Oh my god. If we tell them, this is a really tough scenario. If we tell them, for sure he's gonna kill them. Like they might, this is really tough. For their safety, I think we're just gonna say goodbye.
Farewell. The All-God show you favor.
Yeah, I don't know that that was the best thing to do. Like, to them, they're still gonna have the illusion there, right? Oh, this is not where we want to be going. Hold on. I guess in a way, I don't know, I feel like we've probably saved a few lives there, so can't really overthink it. And we did say he's gonna get the smaller offerings, which hopefully results in them having some food for their families and him not making crazier demands. Yikes. Keira, you'll never guess, or maybe you will.
Geralt, just when I was starting to miss you.
Yeah, so we removed the curse, but...
Fike Isle's free of its curse.
And you withheld this news until now? Why? I gave you a Xenovox. But the curse,
yeah, but I thought the Xenovox
source?
only worked one way.
The dark spell clung to the spirit of Annabelle, the Lord's daughter. To free her and the Isle, Graham, her beloved, had to help me.
So it ended well.
Well...
I lifted the curse, so the island's clear. Annabelle's soul is free. Thing is, turned out she's a pesta. Graham's dead.
And you failed to notice? You're losing your touch. Be that as it may, Fike Isle is free of its curse. That's important. I'm almost inclined to say good work.
Okay, so... Alexander, he was doing some pretty strange research.
One thing's bothering me.
What?
Annabelle said Alexander was studying diseases. She mentioned Catriona. You knew this?
All the mages knew about it. Alexander was a highly regarded epidemiologist. I would have given anything for an opportunity to study his notes, but he guarded them jealously.
Okay.
The lamp. What do you want to do with it?
As I said, you may keep it. I don't believe I shall need it anymore, given the Isle's been cleansed. I actually regret not going there with you. Perhaps we can make up for that lost time now.
What does that mean exactly?
All right. Time I was on my way.
Perhaps you'd stay just a bit longer? There's one small favor you might yet do for me.
What is it?
I put in an order for a few substances from Novigrad. The trader was due to be here yesterday, but has yet to arrive. Could you see what happened? The package is rather important to me.
We've helped you so much, I can't believe we're going to turn you down now.
If he was coming here from Novigrad, he must have passed through Blackbow. I'll check the area.
Thank you. I shall be ever so grateful.
Okay. Find the ingredients from the missing transport. Now, what, if anything, does this clear up? I guess it'd be under completed. Let's see. Geralt, let's see here. Go up. The isle had been haunted since that day, and fishermen feared to sail the lake, putting yet another dent in the already battered local economy. The local peasants thus asked Keira to lift the curse, and she turned to the Witcher for help. Enticed by the charms and promise of additional rewards, we took on the task. Okay. During his investigation, discovered the Lord's daughter, Annabelle. Geralt thought taking her remains to the fisherman would solve everything, but instead it led to catastrophe. Annabelle, he discovered, was not an unfortunate lost soul, but a dangerous plague maiden. The Wraith had tricked Geralt. When he removed Annabelle's remains from the tower, the plague maiden was freed from her prison and ventured out in the world to spread disease and pestilence. Yeah, we really screwed that up poorly, didn't we? I do wonder, though, if we're going to have the ability to kind of right our wrong there. And now that she's out there spreading disease, it'll be interesting to see if we ever get a chance to come back to her and fix that. But looks like we're heading up here to find these ingredients. Let's go ahead and check out some of these along the way. We've got a nice little batch of like 5 of them here. So let's start with this location and see what we can find. We've been spending a lot of time with Keira, and I don't mind that. I actually really like her. I just, hopefully all these people that we actually spend significant amounts of time with are trustworthy. Because you never know. Some type of bombshell gets dropped. Oh, hi there.
There's one! With bigger lads! Bigger!
Deadly. Not quite deadly, but, you know, almost deadly. It's a good way to start out these camps, I think. Let's try and take out the last one.
Witchcraft!
That'll work. Some sulfur, some crowns. Not a whole lot here, actually. Let's try one of these other areas and see what we can find. This one's really close by. Are these... Oh my god. Refugees camp. Join us at Devil's Leap. Oops.
You horsehead!
Holy hell. Yeah, they got archers, they got all sorts of crap. I should say arbalest. And I can't see them, that's the tough thing. They don't want to leave their camp either. Okay, hold on. Let's go ahead and equip ourselves for this. We do have some bombs available. What kind of oils do we have? Beast oil, Elementa, Spectre. These aren't going to help us.
Form a row!
Damn it.
Oh, damn it. Come on.
Now you've got my fucking goat! All together! Now!
We're in shit. This is crazy. These guys are tough. The thing is, we want to keep them kind of far away, but at the same time, we can't see the frickin' arbalists launching all their stuff at us.
He can't take this!
I'll take that. Okay, my toxicity is a little bit high. That's the first time that's happened, actually. Come on, leader.
Let him have it!
Let's go. Yeah, I see that I'm surrounded here. Come on. Oh! I have to somehow maybe go around here.
Form a row!
Okay, my toxicity is way too high now. I went a little bit overboard here.
Form a row!
You'll never learn. Damn it.
Wow. That's insane. Okay, so it was a liberation one. That's cool. Those guys came in and they took over. Like, that's wild. I don't think we've ever seen that many at once. Of anything. And that was the first time we ran into some toxicity effects. Populace has returned. Fist tech, thank you. I'll be keeping that.
Even the gods weep for our misfortune.
I should really maybe invest just 1 point in being able to deflect arrows. I think I have the space to do that. I do. Is it worth it though? Deflect arrows while parrying? Like, at least we can just defend and not have to get smacked around all the time. We have 2 points. But I'm also thinking that if we really want to get serious here, we could get our potion time for a lot longer and give our chances of poisoning a lot higher when our blades are oiled. You know what? I think I'm going to stick with the one that we have instead of grabbing... Or we could do both. You know what? Let's put 1 point into oil prep, I think. What just happened there? When we upgrade it keeps just removing it. That's really weird. There we go. And then let's grab a point in arrow deflection. There we go. And of course we're overburdened, but let's see if these people will buy anything from us. I don't think they're gonna buy anything that's heavy, so probably not.
What?
Got anything interesting?
Might be worth... Oh, look, he does... I was gonna say, maybe they'll have some interesting, like, anything here. Torrent Pave Grave Hag decoctions. Wraith decoctions. I think we might have some of these. Let's see. We have... Okay, we don't have the Wraith, and we don't have the Hag, right? So that could work out good. Let's take those. Let's get Blizzard, let's get White Gull, let's get Dwarven Spirits, why not? Yeah, that's great. That's too bad that he won't take any of my heavy items, but...
Farewell.
We can just go ahead and drop some of these. And actually, you know what? We do have some better bolts. Not that I'm using any at the time, but we may as well get them ready. Okay, so area liberated. I feel pretty good about myself. Let's go down here now.
Go, go.
You know what I might want to do? Let's refill our stuff. Guess we can't do that when we're on the horse. Still learning things, actually, which is... I like that. Just little intricacies.
Move it.
Another bandit camp. This area is actually loaded.
Don't let up! With bigger, lads! Bigger!
Over here. Look at Roach, just stays cool.
Oh, you witch fucker!
Witch fucker? I don't think so, pal.
Fucking bastard!
Yeah, I see you out here. Let's try out our new... Oh, I love it!
Die.
Kill him, strip him, then dump him in a ditch!
I love being able to do that.
Blow him, dope fucker! Blow him a little ace tip!
Oh, I thought we got him. Okay, we'll take all of this stuff. But once again, we have some crap we need to drop, and that's okay. The stuff that we're gonna retain is the stuff that's gonna make us a ton of cash. Okay, we've got 2 more stops along the way if we want to make them. And I say we do. Another bandit camp.
Not your lucky day.
As a bunch, lads!
Nice. Come on. This must be specific to the area because there's so many.
What's that?
Yeah, that shield's not gonna help you there, pal. Like that one I'm not gonna take. In beast clothing? Alright, I think we have one more along the way. Let's check this out.
Move it.
Intrigas. Oh, that's new. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Let's see. Here's hoping you don't like fire. Okay. You're a bit bigger than the rest. Shit. Finisher! Wow. I actually did not expect to be finding Intrigas. After all those bandit camps, I was like, must be the area. Lesser Triglav runestone. And now we're slightly over again. Okay, the good news is that's taken care of. The bad news is we're a bit overburdened, so I think I'm gonna head here. We've got a blacksmith. And if we do that, we can sell off all this stuff and be ready to go.
That's it, Roach.
We can also do some weapon repairs. It'll work out rather nicely, actually. How do I get into the house here? Yeah, I'm gonna need you to wake up. Sorry. Oh, I can't. Are you open for business? Or maybe you're only open for business outside.
Yeah?
Not quite.
I'll take a look. Maybe pick something.
Okay, he's got some coin. We have some swords. Let's get rid of what we can. Okay, these swords are actually... they're starting to get a little bit better. I still like our swords because they're kind of special. Like, this one's a significant damage increase. However, could be because our other one is weak. What does he have here? Novigrad longsword, Velen longsword. I think we may already have them, but they're so cheap that I'm just gonna grab them anyways. Let's repair that one. The steel sword, probably gonna move past that soon, I guess. And if we're going to dismantle... We'll sell him the shirt. We could straight up just sell him the Kedweni Gambison. Trophies, I don't know if they're worth holding on to. We could probably dismantle it though, because it's a relic. I don't know if we have that ability. Actually, do we have any other stuff we could sell them? No. Okay. So here's what we'll do to finish it off.
So long.
There's a couple of books that we picked up. Might be down near the end. Okay, Radovid V the Stern. So, which brings us to the epithet of the current ruler of Redania, the Stern. Allow me to diagnose the causes and consequences of this appellation. Firstly, the seeds of Radovid's sternness were surely planted in his childhood, when Radovid was born to King Vizimir and Queen Hedwig in 1255. His care was immediately entrusted to Philippa Eilhart, the court sorceress. While none dared question if she was fit for the role of tutor, few now envisage her as having been a warm caregiver to a young child, and whatever harsh lessons she gave Radovid clearly left a lasting mark. The next step on Radovid's path to becoming the Stern, the death of his father when Radovid was but 13 years of age. Though rumor has it father and son barely knew one another, the mere fact of being thrust into one's inheritance at such an early age and in such murky circumstances must have had a hardening effect. Finally, the Regency finished schooling Radovid toward becoming the Stern. Led by Sigismund Dijkstra of Tredegor, the Regency Council imparted upon Radovid a style of politics seeped in Dijkstra's aggressive no-holds-bars reason of state first principles. So pretty much all his influences led him to be this kind of person that he is, let's call him. Such are the causes of Radovid's temperament. Now on to the consequences. Most manifestations of his fierce manner are well known. However, a few illustrative examples might prove useful here. They include his summoning of the Order of the Flaming Rose to his armed enforcers, his later support for the witch hunters and their zealous cause, and finally there's the massacre at Loch Muin. Yet it is in the fight against Nilfgaard that Radovid has proven himself truly the Stern. While the forces of other realms disintegrated into the face of the Empire's onslaught, he has strengthened his own realm and taken command of the joint armies of the North. Whatever their opinion of him before, all clear-eyed observers now agree Radovid V, known also as Radovid the Stern, is the North's last bulwark against Emir's expanding power. Okay. So, I do think, though, that there was something else that we picked up. Was there not? Let's see. Scribbled document. We've read this. Okay, so I guess we have read them all. I thought we had something else that we had to read, but it doesn't appear to be the case. So, yeah. Anyways, we're gonna take a break here. When we come back, we are going to be heading to find these ingredients for Keira. And what else do we have going on? We're level 8 already. And there's a couple of things we need to be doing. I'm thinking right after we take care of Keira here. Where's Wild at Heart? We need to talk to a hunter who's actually right here. So we should do that before we head out, I guess. We'll do that. We'll talk to, or we'll handle Kira's situation, and then we'll move into Bloody Baron. I want to talk to this guy, and then we'll go into finding the crones of Crookback Bog, and hopefully get some indication of where Ciri could be. Anyways, guys, thanks for the support. We'll see you soon. Take care. Bye.